Tonight, 2 people charged in the stabbing death of a 37-year-old man in the Carlington neighbourhood.
Cop cars, 2 or 3 ambulances, a forensic van. It was blocked off both sides of this intersection.
The city's second homicide of the year occurring just blocks from the first. Search warrants executed in Gatineau and Ottawa.
The expansion into those communities reflects the thoroughness and diligence of the officers conducting this investigation.
The possible connection to an explosives investigation in London, Ontario. And now for something completely different. Sky-high Winterlude excitement.
The jumps. Every time I see the jumps, I still have goosebumps. I'm like, oh my God.
With a snowmobile freestyle show, part of the Winter Festival for the first time. Good evening. We begin tonight with the latest on the investigation into Ottawa's second homicide of the year. A 37-year-old man was stabbed to death near the Central Experimental Farm overnight, and a man and a woman are now facing second-degree murder charges. The stabbing happened at an apartment building in the Carlington neighbourhood on Shillington Avenue around 12:30 in the morning. This is just blocks away from where another fatal stabbing happened last week. CTV's Natalie Van Roy was at the scene today and joins us now with more. Natalie.
Patricia, Ottawa police confirming there's no connection between the 2 homicides, but 2 murders in only days, leaving many who live in this neighborhood unsettled. Neighbors in this apartment building awoke to a chaotic scene in the middle of the night on Friday.
I could see the flashing lights. So I came out to the front and this was going on. There was a dozen cars, cop cars, 2 or 3 ambulances, a forensic van.
Screaming and hollering. I just remember some guy being pulled out in a stretcher.
A witness who doesn't want to be identified says he heard a commotion across the hallway.
I find out this morning that there was a stabbing, and then I found out that the person who got stabbed passed away.
Police say a 37-year-old man was stabbed to death. He has been identified as Andrew Dawson Swan.
When officers arrived on scene, they located a victim without any vital signs, and the victim was transported to hospital where they were later pronounced deceased.
32-year-old Sabrina Dennis Charliebois and 30-year-old Cody Maltby, both charged with second-degree murder. Investigators combing the scene Friday, working to determine what happened and whether the victim lived in the building.
That'll be part of the investigation to determine if the individual lived there or was visiting or what the circumstances as to why they were there.
Jamie Hazel says she works with people in the building.
It's heartbreaking. You know, somebody lost their life. I mean, it's just sad. I wanted to just make sure that my clients were okay. You know, it's pretty traumatizing for them.
She says the violent crime upsetting for those who live here.
They're pretty traumatized. It's a lot to take in, you know. You get to know some of the people in the building, and when things like this happen, it's it's jarring.
And anyone with information on this crime is asked to contact the police homicide unit. Patricia.
CTV's Natalie Van Roy reporting live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, pushback continues tonight to the federal government's plan to require public servants to work in the office more frequently. Unions say they're taking legal action and are even raising the possibility of a strike in the future. Starting May 4th, executives will have to return to the office 5 days a week. Then in July, all other employees will have to return 4 days a week, up from the current 3. CTV's Josh Morano is following the story for us tonight and joins us live in studio with more. Josh.
Yeah, Patricia, the Treasury Board says this is all about collaboration, but unions say the message being sent to workers is loud and unwelcome, and they will fight back.
I'm very angry and disgusted by the government's announcement, and our members are livid.
Unions representing public servants are pushing back against the government's new hybrid work directive.
It didn't work when they were mandated 2 days in office. It didn't work 3 days in office, and I can guarantee you it won't work 4 days in office.
In May, executives will have to return to the office full-time, while employees in core departments will be required to work in person 4 days a week starting in July. The Public Service Alliance of Canada has filed an unfair labor practices complaint.
We've seen over 10,000 workforce adjustment notifications received. They're worried about keeping their jobs, and now the government has decided that they have to now figure out about coming in 4 days a week.
Treasury Board says the return to office is about rebuilding teamwork and workplace culture. Writing in a statement to CTV News, we are strengthening the public services capacity to deliver results and better serve Canadians. But unions say this only causes more stress and anxiety for workers, with some union leaders not ruling out the possibility of a strike vote in the future.
If my membership wants to walk out because of this, that is a potential thing that could happen. But we'll see in the months to come exactly how hard we're going to push back.
The government's changing the working conditions of our members. You know, they're going to be thinking long and hard about what their position is when it comes to collective bargaining. They're going to make sure that their rights are protected, and they are going to fight.
All this comes after 24,000 federal employees received notices about job reductions and the budget promise of an early retirement package still in limbo.
And PSAC also says there is not enough office space and warns the return to office will lead to even more traffic in the city. There are also questions about whether Ottawa's troubled transit system can handle more commuters. OC Transpo says it's working on a plan and assured the federal government it can support the return to office mandate. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Josh Morano live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, you can scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to link to us online or visit ctvnewsottawa.ca. We have more details on the return to office mandate for federal public servants. Well, the Byward Market will be full of adrenaline and excitement tonight. Barbagazi, a snowmobile show, is here for Winterlude for the first time ever, and athletes will be defying gravity with stunts and jaw-dropping tricks. CTV's Kimberly Fowler joins us live from York Street, where this show will get underway in about an hour from now. Kimberly.
Yeah, that's right, Patricia. They're just putting the finishing touches here. We may even catch one of the practice jumps that are happening right behind me here. Yeah, and so tonight for Barbagazi, it's the first of 5 shows that'll be happening right throughout the weekend.
Ottawa is going to be sick. First time jumping snowmobiles. Downtown Ottawa, the country's capital. It's going to be nuts.
This is Christian Martinez's first time emceeing an event like this in the capital.
I brought a big airbag landing, so we're going to set up that landing over there. I think they're going to be jumping like 72 feet from the top of the ramp to the top of the landing.
Barbagazi is taking flight in Ottawa with a heart-pumping snowmobile show of speed, style, and snow.
When these guys start backflipping these sleds, it's just nuts.
The Byward Market is going extreme, transforming into a high-octane winter sports arena. It's part of Winterlude for the first time.
I think that's the beautiful part, seeing the magic in the eyes of people.
Freestyle snowmobile riders will soar in the air, traveling up to 75 feet, bringing the spirit of the mountains to the heart of Ottawa.
A lot of people are curious. They don't know what to expect, but it's loud. You got the engine that are raving. Then you have like the jumps. Every time I see the jumps, I still have goosebumps. I'm like, oh my God. So it's truly unique. It's worth seeing in person.
This free event made possible thanks to the Byward Market District Authority and Ottawa Tourism.
We want residents to enjoy it, and to enjoy it so much that they talk about it to their friends and family outside of town, so that these potential visitors do make the decision to come to Ottawa for Winterlude, for events like Barbagazi. I mean, I've personally never seen anything like this in Ottawa.
It's one of many Winterlude events happening in the Byward Market this weekend, including a friendly cook-off featuring some of the market's favorite restaurants.
It's a fundraiser. It's $15. You get your passport, and you can try up to 9 different stews from different restaurants. It's amazing, and the best stew in town is going to win this trophy.
Barbagazi runs until Sunday. Just a reminder to drivers, there'll be a number of closures in the Byward Market throughout the weekend, including York Street between Sussex and William. It's all for Barbagazi that's happening here, also along Byward Market Square. Let's bring in CTV's Jackie Paris, who's also going to be checking out everything for Winterlude this evening. So, first of all, Barbagazi, do we know what that means?
I was told that it's Swiss French for a frozen beard, but I know for Barbagazi here, the fest, that it has to do with a mascot as well, which I think
we should be seeing it sometime
I hope
soon.
We see him here.
I know that it's very friendly, this mascot, and you can go and take pictures, and great dancer as well. So maybe we'll have him later on in the show.
Yeah, try to get a picture with him. We will be here until 7 o'clock hour, but that's when the festivities begin as well. And if you are coming down here, take note. It is snowing right now. You want to be out and about, bundle up because temperatures are going to start dropping as we get closer to the evening as well. So taking a look at conditions right now, we are seeing that a snow squall watch is in effect for Ottawa, Smiths Falls, and Brockville area. Again, that leaves some poor visibility on the roads and out on the streets. So keep an eye out on this. The wind is going to start to pick up as well. Calm right now, but we could see wind gusts up to 60 kilometers per hour. Keep in mind, a cold warning also in effect into tomorrow, where we will see temperatures drop significantly. Wind chill factor between minus 25 to minus 30 is what it could feel like. Right now, temperatures across the region about minus 6 to minus 9 degrees. So still a little bit mild right now, but the snow will be clearing out by tomorrow afternoon. So that's the good news. But again, keep in mind that it is going to be quite chilly. Overnight lows going down to about minus 18. Now, again, we will have a further look at your forecast in just a bit. But for now, we'll take it back to you in studio. Patricia.
All right. Thank you, Jackie. Well, new details tonight about an explosives investigation in London, Ontario that has connections to Ottawa and Gatineau. 4 people are facing charges, including an Ottawa man, and it appears the suspects, all current or former Western University students, shared online before their arrest. They were attempting to make a drone defense system. Police say they found firearms and explosives in London and at 2 homes in our region, one in Gatineau on Rue de Fagnon and one in Orleans on Chancery Crescent. CTV's Caitlin Wilson has the details.
My husband heard them on their megaphone very loudly saying that they have a search warrant and wanted in. It was just the house over there with the black truck.
When police showed up on her quiet Gatineau street last Thursday to execute a search warrant at this house, Coral Spence says she immediately locked the door.
I was afraid to go out because there were so many guns. I was afraid to go out. You didn't know if some shooting was going to happen or something.
The warrant is connected to an ongoing investigation in London, Ontario, where police say 4 current or former Western University students are now facing weapons and explosives charges. They include 27-year-old Jerry Tong from Ottawa and 26-year-old Zhe Kang Wang, 25-year-old Fei Han, and 21-year-old Fei Hongji, all from London.
At this point in the investigation, we are not, this is not a terrorism investigation. This is not a national security investigation. We don't yet know necessarily what the ultimate goal was.
Investigators say the case began nearly 2 weeks ago after a trespassing arrest on the London campus and the discovery of a loaded handgun. Police say a search of a nearby home then uncovered hazardous chemicals capable of being used to create explosives. The investigation then led police to conduct additional search warrants here in Gatineau and at a home in Orleans.
It led to the further location of firearms and explosives, or evidence of explosive manufacturing.
Moore's Lab is an engineering startup developing...
In a video posted to YouTube in October, 3 of the suspects say they were in the process of designing a military system to prevent drone attacks.
As of today, there's a multi-billion-dollar demand for counter-drone systems.
Police say they are aware of the videos, but say it's too early to confirm how they apply to the charges.
We have to track down any assertions that are made by the people in it, and assess to what extent, if any, it relates to what we have evidence of.
All 4 remain in police custody and are scheduled to appear in court in the coming days. Caitlin Wilson, CTV News.
We have extended coverage of the London explosives investigation. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Still ahead, sometimes it's just all there in black and white, finding your game and finding your passion. Kids competing in the annual Ottawa Scholastic Chess Championship. Well, new details tonight on just how many issues OC Transpo continues to face. Bus cancellations were up last week, capping off a month full of problems for the transit system. CTV's Stephan Keys joins us with more on this. Steph.
Patricia, things don't appear to be getting better when it comes to the transit system. In an update to riders today, OC Transpo said bus cancellations spiked at the end of January. Last week, more than 2,600 trips were canceled. That's up pretty significantly from 1,500 the week before. According to OC Transpo, the main reason for the cancellations was a lack of available drivers. Mechanical breakdowns and an insufficient number of buses continue to be ongoing issues as well. However, Troy Charter, OC Transpo's interim general manager, says the snow and cold played a large role in trip cancellations, adding improved weather in the spring will help.
The reality is when you're managing a fleet of vehicles, whether it be buses or trains, weather poses additional challenges.
In the meantime, when it comes to LRT Line 1, there are 2 more trains available, bringing the total to 20, but single-car trains will still be running next week, and there's no timeline on when full service will resume as crews continue to work on the axle issues. But this may be of some comfort to transit riders. Charter says there are signs things may be improving with fewer bus cancellations this week. Patricia.
CTV's Stefan Keys live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, the Ottawa Police Hate and Bias Crime Unit is investigating an incident that happened in the Bayshore shopping centre parking lot. Police say a man and woman were in a car yelling slurs at another woman around 11 a.m. Monday morning. During the altercation, their car allegedly made contact with both the woman and her vehicle. Police say the suspects fled the scene. The woman was not injured. Anyone who witnessed that incident is asked to contact police. And a note to anyone planning to head to Bayshore tonight, the mall is temporarily closed because of a water main break. In a post on social media, the shopping centre says repairs are underway. It's not known when it will reopen, but the mall says updates will be provided as they become available. Well, Canada's new consulate in Greenland is officially open. Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand says this marks a new phase of cooperation involving Canada, Denmark, and Greenland.
This phase, where we will cooperate strategically on defense and security, on climate change initiatives, on economic resilience, on people-to-people ties and enhancing those links between peoples whose histories are forever linked, as Her Excellency indicated.
Anand raised a Canadian flag at the consulate today. People who gathered there spontaneously sang, "Oh Canada," while they waved both Canadian and Greenland flags. Dozens of Inuit delegates from Canada made the trip for the ceremony, as did Canada's Governor-General. Plans to launch the new diplomatic mission were made back in December 2024, before U.S. President Donald Trump escalated his threats to annex the Danish territory. Well, some American liquor will temporarily be back on the shelves at SAQ locations in Quebec. Some of the products will soon expire, so the province has allowed the Crown Corporation to sell them with a 15% discount. The proceeds will be donated to food banks. The SAQ pulled American products last year because of the trade war with the U.S. The world now has its eyes on Italy. The opening ceremony of the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympic Games unfolded this afternoon at multiple sites in northern Italy, a first for the Games. CTV's Scott Hurst has the details now on the celebration of sport, Team Canada, and the first events of the day.
More than 200 Canadian athletes are stepping onto the world stage, led by flag bearers Quebec's Michael Kingsbury and BC's Marielle Thompson, both athletes previous Olympic champions, as Canada's team eyes more podium appearances. The opening ceremony is a stunning display of culture and sport, with the host nation always mixing in its own flavor, and Italy sure has a rich history to show off as Milano Cortina welcomes the world. And for the first time in Olympic history, the ceremony takes place across multiple venues in separate cities in a widespread yet unified event, with San Siro Olympic Stadium in Milan serving as the central hub.
They'll emphasize Italy, naturally. Music, dance, arts, they have a lot to work with.
Even before the pomp and ceremony to officially kick off 17 days of sport and spectacle, Canadian athletes have already begun making their mark. Quebec's Francis Jobin soaring into the big air final. He'll have a shot at the podium on Saturday in his Olympic debut. The husband and wife mixed doubles curling team of Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Gallant are now 3-1, winning their first 3 matches before falling to the Americans. And Canadians sit 5th after day 1 of the Olympic figure skating team event. The competition kicks into high gear tomorrow with the first medals being awarded. And after the first match was postponed on Thursday, the Canadian women's hockey team will begin its pursuit of back-to-back Olympic gold medals. Scott Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
Well, coming up, we highlight 3 good things happening in the capital, including a special winter celebration at Rideau Hall. Jackie.
Thanks, Patricia. We are hanging out at Barbagazi, and you might run into this mountain gnome throughout the weekend. Make sure you snap a photo with him as he dances up a storm. I'll let you enjoy the festivities. I want to talk to some Fort Erie people here. This is their first time in Winterlude for Barbagazi as well.
Yes, it is.
What brought you to Ottawa?
We're here for the weekend. We're going to see the Phil Collins show at the Hard Rock Cafe tomorrow, or the Hard Rock Casino.
And you decided to take in the winter festivities while you're at it?
Yeah, 100%. We've been skating. We're doing this now. We happened upon this, and we're loving it.
All right, well, enjoy. You guys have a great time here. Enjoy this little game we're playing. Again, we are hanging out at Barbagazi, right in the heart of the Bayshore Market by the Ottawa sign. But here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam. Temperature -9 degrees, and the lights all lit up along Elgin Street.
Today's snow report brought to you by Calabogie Peaks. Play outside at Calabogie Peaks, the big mountain close to home.
A great ski weekend ahead at Calabogie Peaks. All 3 lifts are operating. 19 runs are available over at Vorlage, 4 of 4 lifts, and 16 runs available for skiers and snowboarders at Camp Fortune. It's 5 of 7 lifts and 22 runs, 2 of 5 at Edelweiss, along with 18 runs, and at Mont Cascade, 4 of 6 lifts operating. 20 runs are open.
Hey, grab your friends and have some winter fun at Calabogie Peaks.
The big mountain close to home. Find out more at calabogie.com.
Well, every Friday we want to put the spotlight on 3 good things happening in our city, and there are lots of events happening this weekend. Rideau Hall is hosting a winter celebration tomorrow. You can skate on the Rideau Hall rink, tour the historic residence, and enjoy other outdoor activities. There will also be performances taking place. The event runs from 12:30 until 4 in the afternoon. But if you feel like spending the weekend inside, maybe curled up with a good book, the Elmdale Book Fest could be for you. The event is taking place at Elmdale Public School on Iona Street near Fisher Park. It's the school's most important fundraiser of the year. They'll be selling books, puzzles, records, games, and more. There will also be baked goods for sale. It runs until 9 p.m. tonight and from 10 to 4 tomorrow and Sunday.
And Stockwell loses the handle. Osborne goes up, finishes with the slam.
And Carlton and U Ottawa will be competing for basketball bragging rights tonight. The Ravens and GGs are facing off in the annual Capital Hoops game at TD Place. The women's game underway right now. The men begin at 8 p.m. Do you have a story for us to include in our 3 Good Things segment? Something light, happy, a community event, or notable achievement? Send your ideas to ottawanews@ctv.ca. Well, it is a snowy end to the work week in Ottawa. The snow began this afternoon, has continued to get heavier throughout the evening. A snow squall warning is now in effect for the region, and the bitterly cold temperatures are set to return. But it all looks very beautiful in the Byward Market tonight, where Jackie and I think a lot of other people are this evening, Jackie.
Yes, Patricia, the crowds are really starting to gather right now. In less than an hour, the hill behind me, that's going to be filled with extreme sports, with snowmobilers doing some amazing stunts. If you are coming down, bundle up, because temperatures are going to start dropping well into this evening. Right now, we are sitting about -9, but if you are out here for a couple of hours, you're definitely going to start to feel it. Now, again, the sun went down around 5:15, so the days are getting longer. Spring may not be in sight, but I promise you it's coming with these longer nights moving through, or days moving through. Tonight's lows across the region about -18 to -22, but again, it's going to start getting windy overnight, where temperatures could feel closer to about -25 or -30. Tomorrow's the daytime highs only getting up to about -15, much colder in Bancroft, about -18 degrees. When you factor in that wind chill, it's going to be about 10 degrees colder. So again, if you are partaking in Winterlude festivities, you definitely want to bundle up, layer up. Now, as we look towards friends across the country, -7, -8 degrees in Atlantic Canada. In Quebec and Ontario, temperatures starting to cool down. You can see in Timmins about -20 degrees. Still pretty warm in Toronto, about -5. Windsor still sitting at a warm -1. As we look to our friends in the prairies. If we thought -1 was warm, well, 10 degrees is the current temperature out in Calgary, and Vancouver 10 degrees as well, with a little bit of that mix of sun and cloud. And as we look towards our 7-day, well, it's brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business. You can see that we are expecting light snow, windy conditions for our Saturday. The snow should actually clear up by the time we get to about Saturday afternoon. Sunday, lots of sunshine, so we will get a break from these snowy conditions. But Monday, we could see a chance of flurries moving through Monday. Now Tuesday, mix of sun and cloud, daytime high -8. So really this weekend, we are going to have those minus double-digit temperatures. Going to start to warm up, though, by the time we get to the middle of next week.
She jumped up and cut me off. She was like, oh my God, this is my song.
Are you ready for an incredible night of music with one of the country's music's biggest stars? Well, Luke Bryan is bringing his Word on the Street tour to the Canadian Tire Centre on August 27th. And we've got your chance to win tickets. To enter, scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to head over to ctvottawa.ca. Wishing you guys the best of luck. All right, Barbagazi, we keep saying it. You'll see it. It's at 7 o'clock. We might even get a little sneak peek, hopefully. We're going to talk to one of the athletes that's coming up around 6:30. We'll take it back to you in the studio.
Going to jump out the door and check it out here. Thank you, Jackie. Well, coming up, Ottawa's housing market cools in January. We will take a look at the latest data.
Tonight, we're in Quebec City for the world's largest winter festival.
To every carnival goers, every tourist here in Quebec, a happy carnival!
Why this year's celebration carries extra meaning. Later on CTV National News and watch on Crave.
Those things are moving okay on the Queensway tonight. Keep in mind, if you are driving this evening, there is a potential for snow squall type conditions. Well, now some other stories you need to know right now. Ottawa's housing market appeared to cool a little at the start of the new year. CTV's Stefan Keys joins us now with more on this and other stories. Steph?
Patricia, new information from the Ottawa Real Estate Board shows both home sales and prices dropped in January. 610 properties were sold in the city last month. That's down 5.6% compared to January 2025. The average sale price was $641,436, down 4.5% year over year. The Real Estate Board says demand is still present, but the market is adjusting to current conditions.
Pinto walks right out, shoots for our save, rebound, score!
The Sens ended the final game before the Olympic break on a high note. It was tied 1-1 at the end of the third period, sending the game into overtime, and Tim Stützle put things to bed. The final score, 2-1. The NHL is now on a 3-week break for the Winter Games. The Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots are preparing for Super Bowl 60 this Sunday. Drake May, who finished as runner-up for the Most Valuable Player award, practicing here alongside his teammates at the Rose Bowl. He led the Patriots to a 14-3 record, winning their division. Despite the success, the Pats are considered underdogs against the Seahawks, led by Sam Darnold. They haven't lost a game since mid-November. And a resident at the Toronto Zoo is getting in on the Super Bowl excitement. Butters, the great horned owl, has made his prediction, picking the Patriots to beat the Seahawks. As you can see, he didn't even pause to think about it. You can watch the Super Bowl live on CTV and TSN on Sunday starting at 6 p.m. And Patricia, I say, even if you don't have an incredible love for the game, it's a great excuse to get together, enjoy some snacks and a halftime show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's going to win?
If it is the Patriots, that would be a record-setting 7th Super Bowl victory. Always a lot of fun on a Sunday night. Yeah,
definitely.
Look forward to that after a weekend of watching Olympics. We want to go back to Jackie in the Byward Market, where there's stuff to watch tonight as well. That Snowmobile show is getting underway very soon, Jackie.
Very soon, Patricia and Stefan. I'm actually taking a look. They're starting to shut down these streets here along the Byward Market. More people are coming out. They're going to see athletes like Chris Kuzman's here. You're fresh off the X Games, placing 4th. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What can people expect from Barbagazi, from you and your fellow athletes?
Exactly what you saw at X Games if you were watching. So we take our sleds, we take off this, we land over there, and we hang off the handlebars, off the seats, we flip them upside down, and there's some of us that actually hang off the snowmobile upside down as well. So.
Oh man, so it's a half-hour show. How do you prepare for this? I mean, you're clearly not cold. You're in a sweatshirt in -9. I can't imagine what tomorrow's going to be like at -15. But how do you mentally prepare to do flips in the air? And does the audience, does that distract you?
Not so much. I mean, doing it by yourself in your backyard is a little different than a big crowd like this. But, you know, we've all been doing this for so long that it's kind of second nature to hop on these sleds and do what we do.
You guys are taking this town to town. I mean, your first experience was in Mississauga. We're showcasing a little bit of the visuals there. You're here. You're off to Moncton next. What does it mean to you to see that traveling throughout the country?
It's awesome. I mean, it was a slowly dying sport for a little bit during COVID. So it's really cool that we have big events like these and in places like these where, you know, some of these people may have never even seen a snowmobile before. So it's you know, it's the world to us.
I mean, I was going to ask you, like, for those watching at home, the performances tonight from 7 to 7:30. You've got another 2 performances on Saturday and even Sunday. How are you going to entice those people to come out, bear that cold, and see the show?
Well, it's a lot different in person. So if you're watching over the TV, you got to make your way down because, I mean, I do it myself. And even when I'm off on the sidelines watching my buddies do it, it's mind-blowing, so it's pretty cool.
Well, really appreciate you taking the time, Chris. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have fun out there tonight.
Thank you.
All right, and Patricia, we're going to take it back to you in studio. Barbara Gazzi really taking over Byward Market. We've got live music here. You even saw the mountain gnome, as we will. We'll try to find him again later. Have some fun.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the show like this, I think. Like, it looks so scary, but good for them if they can do it. Thanks, Jackie.
Forever chemicals are ones that have a long life in the environment, which gives everyone some concern about what did they do in the long term.
Well, just ahead, concerns about potentially harmful chemicals in products we use every day, like shampoo and deodorant.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Supporters of the University of Ottawa Heart Institute are helping light the capital red during Heart Month. Inside Edge Properties is a proud supporter of the Heart Institute because of its incredible impact on the community, providing world-class cardiovascular care and research. Well, most of us don't think twice about using shampoo, deodorants, or lotions. Many of these products are part of our daily lives, but all of these things contain chemicals, some which may cause serious side effects. Here's CTV's Pat Foran.
Shampoos, lotions, makeup, we lather, rub, and apply them every day without a second thought.
So the cosmetics industry uses thousands of chemicals in the products we put on our bodies every day.
The biggest concern is something called forever chemicals, which don't break down easily. Cosmetics Alliance Canada says there are safety concerns when they show up in health and beauty products.
Forever chemicals are ones that have a long life in the environment, which gives everyone some concern about what did they do in the long term.
While most items face strict labeling regulations, it doesn't mean all ingredients are thoroughly reviewed for safety before they hit store shelves.
Just by looking at labels, we know that concerning ingredients show up again and again in the products we find in stores.
Consumer Reports says to check ingredient labels for fragrance, which often means a product contains phthalates, and to buy products that are paraben-free and formaldehyde-free.
These chemicals can cause serious health issues, everything from reproductive harm to an increased risk of cancer.
And PFAS, also known as forever chemicals, can show up in waterproof long-wear makeup, and some have been linked to serious health concerns. And coal tar dyes used in some hair dyes and cosmetics can cause skin reactions and may raise cancer risk with occupational exposure. So what can you do? Keep it simple, read labels, choose products that say they're free of these ingredients, and avoid counterfeit cosmetics.
Because by their nature, they're not regulated at all. And they, from time to time, come up in the marketplace. And one thing we always remind consumers, if the deal looks too good to be true, it probably isn't a true product.
Health and beauty items can be expensive. Researchers suggest swapping out products, starting with the ones you use most, and replace them gradually, one at a time. Pat Foran, CTV News.
Just ahead, Statistics Canada releases the latest job numbers. We'll have more on what they mean for the Canadian economy.
Far side pass, and it's an early shot. He scores!
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Getting you all set for a winter weekend. Time now to check in with our iHeartRadio Weekender, Tanea Taylor. Tanea.
Coming up tomorrow, it's the Winter Roller Derby at the Aberdeen Pavilion. This is family-friendly with rentals available in advance, and you can join one of 3 sessions throughout the day. It's a great way to warm up and get some exercise while having fun. Plus, the theme is retro. Super cool. Next on today's list, Winterlude continues this weekend and runs through February 16th across the city. Lots to check out with the family at the official sites. Crystal Garden, which is at Confederation Park, features live shows, ice sculptures, and the Lantern Grove. And Snowflake Kingdom at Jacques Cartier Park, which features snow slides, winter activities, and lots more. Also, be on the lookout for ice sculptures all around the Byward Market. Last today, your Ottawa Black Bears have a game tomorrow against the Calgary Roughnecks. Plus, members of the PWHL will be in attendance as the Black Bears celebrate the female athletes representing Team Canada. If you haven't been to a game yet this season, it is such a fun way to spend your night, whether it's with the family or your friends. You can get your tickets at ticketmaster.ca and go cheer on your hometown lacrosse team. Lots more happening this weekend around the capital. The full list and all the details at ctvottawa.ca/weekenders. For the iHeartRadio Weekenders, I'm Tanea Taylor. Have a great one.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Canada lost about 25,000 jobs in January. BNN Bloomberg's Marilla Fernandez has more on the latest employment report.
The unemployment rate dropped to 6.5%, and that's because fewer people were looking for work. The manufacturing sector took a major blow in January. It shed 28,000 jobs. So it's no surprise that Ontario had the biggest drop in employment. The education sector lost 24,000 jobs, and public administration 10. Alberta had the biggest increase in employment, gaining 20,000 jobs. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 73.23. West Texas Intermediate is up to 63.55. Western Canadian Select is down almost $2 to 48.34. And the TSX recovered 476 points today to end the week at 32,470. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
To create a big chess community here in Ottawa, to bring more kids together.
Just going up by one step, and just improving.
Well, coming up, Ottawa students get a chance to compete in a massive chess tournament here in the capital. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. I've got Krista here with her family who drove in from Almont. How was the drive?
It was a little tough. It's a winter in Ottawa, but the highways were slick, but everybody sort of kept to themselves.
And it didn't stop you from coming out here for Winterlude weekend, too. For Barbagazi, you said it's your family's first?
It's my family's first time down in Winterlude, yeah.
And how are we liking it so far? I mean, I think the snowmobiles are gearing up, eh?
They're gearing up. It's getting very exciting. This is quite the event.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Go have fun today. Let's take a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Snow still coming down in downtown Ottawa. Current temperatures sitting around -5.
Saving lives is what they do. February is Heart Month, and together we can support the University of Ottawa Heart Institute in providing world-class cardiac care. For almost 50 years, our community has played a critical role in advancing the Institute's life-saving work. Your donation will support groundbreaking research, innovative patient care, education, and prevention. To learn more, visit FebruaryIsHeartMonth.ca.
Proudly sponsored by CTV.
Monday on CTV, Your Morning Ottawa. Valentine's Day can be a difficult time of year for some. We get some advice on practicing self-love this time of year. Wake up the right way with Your Morning Ottawa, starting at 6.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
We have breaking news right now. Police are on the scene of a fatal collision near Richmond. According to Ottawa paramedics, it was a head-on collision. It happened around 5:15 this evening on Franktown Road. The road is currently closed in both directions between Conley Road and Joyce Road. One person is dead. One man was brought to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say to expect significant traffic delays in the area for the next several hours. We want to go back out to the Byward Market now, and Jackie for a final look at weather ahead of this show getting underway very soon tonight.
Yes, Patricia, we're minutes away from the Barbagazi Extremes snowmobiling taking place very, very soon. Still time to head down here and enjoy it. It is snowing, as we can see right now. It is going to carry on into tomorrow morning. And a reminder, a snow squall watch is in effect for Ottawa and parts of eastern Ontario. Tomorrow morning, minus 18, light snow carrying until the afternoon. Windy, though, 20 kilometers per hour with gusts up to 40. Tomorrow, we're getting to a daytime high about minus 15, but then factor in that wind chill, it's going to feel closer to minus 25. So Sunday, sunshine is on the way, but still cooler temperatures at minus 15. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to start to see the warm-up move through. So looking forward to the middle of next week, but we just got to get through this weekend. Weekend 2 of Winterlude. How beautiful is it right now? I also want to just showcase this crowd here that has gathered out here, and they're also hanging out in the parking lot as well, trying to get a great view of the snowmobile in action. And that, again, is going to be in moments very soon. We'll take it back to you in studio, Patricia and Stefan.
Hope we can get inside the barricades.
I know, right?
There. All right, thank you very much, Jackie. Barbagazi frozen beard seems appropriate tonight in those conditions for sure. Well, Stefan Keys is on the desk tonight looking ahead to the 11:30. What are we working on, Steph?
Thanks, Patricia. In addition to keeping an eye on the sky-defying snowmobiles in our backyard this Winterlude, we'll also have this. As you know, it's not uncommon for Ottawa residents to take the drive towards Montreal and fly out of that airport at a lower cost or just to avoid a connection. And so some of you may be interested in this story about a class action lawsuit against Air Canada going to the Supreme Court. The airline is accused of charging passengers more than the advertised price. The case goes back to 2010 when a Montreal man discovered that the amount he was charged for his flight violated Quebec's consumer protection laws. Join us tonight for CTV News at 11:30 and get the news anytime, anywhere at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Patricia.
All right, thank you, Steph. And finally for us, the second annual Ottawa Scholastic Chess Team Championships took place in the city's East End today, with hundreds of 1st to 8th graders all hoping for a checkmate. Here's CTV's Camille Wilson.
For chess, it means a lot for me.
10-year-old Dennis Lee started playing chess 2 years ago.
My friend just randomly taught me chess, and I got pretty interested on chess. So then my mom helped me find a chess tournament.
Now he's competing in a citywide championship with more than 220 students from 30-plus schools at the Ottawa Scholastic Chess Team Championship.
I'm playing pretty competitively, and I'm just there to win and get better and improve and just beat the players who were better than me before.
6th grader Nathaniel Falana has been playing since age 5.
I really like chess because the way you have to think and strategize your moves, and I just like doing everything. How the moves, how the pieces go, how they do it, how you have to be so strategic. I just love it, and this is why chess is like my calling.
Organized by the Ottawa Cavaliers Chess Academy and the Canada Chess Academy.
Usually our tournaments are by individuals, but this is the only one where each school sends in a team of 4 to 5, and it competes for the school. So even if you lose individually, if your other teammates win, then your team could move on as well.
It's also a charitable event. Each participant was asked to bring donations for the Ottawa Food Bank.
We had over 500 food items, so it's great that we get to support the community in general through this cause.
The main goal, trying to take a trophy back home, while some just want to have fun and learn.
Basically, you just get to play and learn how to do it, and and you get to meet people.
I have to learn how other people play, so I can counter if anybody else plays the same way.
I'm just happy that I'm here.
But for Lee, he's here to win.
I have one particular opponent that I would like to go against because I've lost to her before. I drew her once, and now I would like to beat her in this tournament.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
Love these kids.
I know, what an awesome group.
Playing games that are not on a screen, which is great. My son tried to teach me chess when he was around the age of some of them, 10, 11. I couldn't figure it out.
Someone tried to teach me too, and I was like, I'll stick to checkers.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty simple. All right, we want to leave you with the simple pleasures of Winterlude tonight. The ice sculptures that people will be checking out at Confederation Park this year, of course. Over the coming days, second weekend of Winterlude well underway. The canal will be brilliant through the weekend. A little snow covered maybe tomorrow. Sunshine on Sunday. And of course, Barbagazi tonight.
Yes. We're going to step outside, aren't we?
Flying overhead. What if we step out at the wrong time?
Don't scare me.
Yeah,
let's get a view from the parkade up high.
Yeah, that's a safe spot for us. Have a good night, good weekend, everyone.